Alright, so we don't want to go the other way because that is where the anatomical figure went. So we definitely don't watch out for that. Don't want to go that way. I'm going to try to save my battery as much as I can. Let's see. Hey, it's blocked off. Ugh, this is really heavy. It's no use, I'm just not strong enough. Kishinuma. Looks like I'm going to have to do some lifting here if we want to get over to the other building. Oh, so let's see. The guys do all the heavy lifting stuff. There. Alright, we can get through now. I want to see what's over here though. Like, there might be something I'm missing. Let's the body was there's a body here. Let's risk it. It might be a wrong end, but let's risk going over here and seeing if there's something. Don't want to run too much. Let's turn on the flashlight. See, there's the door right there. Okay, let's go in there. Oh, yep, there's something right there. Oh, god damn it, you stupid splinters. Oh god! Oh god! What? No! No, 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 no! Where'd you come from? No, no, no! Oh god, oh, you stupid ghost. No! Hinata High, Class 2-7, Sho Mizuno, drowned after being suspended upside down in a bucket of unknown liquid. So this bucket killed him. Let's talk to the kennel. Okay, I'm healed. Let's not go where the ghost is. I'm glad that ghost didn't follow me though. See, is there anything here? Is there anything in here? I don't see anything. I don't want to read that. Horrible things. Yeah, I already know. There are large quantities of long black hair stuffed in the cabinet. In the very back, there seems to be a small bony object. Burn it! Oh, Jesus Christ. Did I just kill somebody that was stuffed in there? Hair immediately catches fire and burns up in one giant, rather foul-smelling fireball. We got burnt corpse. Oh, great. Oh, maybe, if you don't get that, you get a wrong end. Maybe I'm supposed to get... Maybe. Or that could be something that wastes my match and then I get a wrong end later on. I see a wire. I see you. Is it broken? I think we came from this one. I'm not sure. Let's check it out. Whoa, no, Ghost Joe, no. I'll talk to you after I grab whatever this is. More batteries, I like it. For a moment, it looked like something was moving behind the cab. Oh, is there a hole back there? I'm not seeing. It looks like the wall behind it is lighting up. Okay, let's get rid of this wire. Okay, watch out for that. Okay, let's talk to the ghost child. Don't hurt me. Where? He's not here, but where? The bird corpse? She wants a bird corpse. Ah, it's Cheapers. Thank you. Cheapers and I used to eat this together every day. Please take some as a sign of my gratitude. Strawberry milk bun. Yes! I lost my other one from the chapter that didn't let me carry it over. The bastards. Wait, that cabinet looked suspicious last time. There's something not quite right about this cabinet. That's what they said last time. Okay, alright, so let's go up to the reference room. That's the only other room I want to check out before we move on. I'm hoping the guy's not up there. I see you, glass. Okay, please don't be up here. Please don't be up here, guy. I see a wire. I see something below. There's a body. Looks like it's a fresh body. Yuji Kuroki. Face crushed by intense pummeling. Is that guy? What is this? Today, Takeshi was being loud in the reference room, so we all ganged up. Oh, I read that already. Let's check out the reference room first. New stuff in here. Please don't be in here, guy. Whoa. That's like right up in your face right when you enter. There's something in there. Okay. I don't have any talismans, so I hope no freaking things pop out. Please. Don't phantoms, please. There's one right there in the blood. Got a bandage. That looks like a trap. Is there anything on the shelves? Okay. Okay, there's nothing else in here. Let's get out of here. Okay, so the objective seems to be the next building over. So let's just see if we can grab whatever we can from here. Cabinet is covered in pagan patterns. The first article. Therein chronicles the murders of Yoshi and Sachiko Shinozaki along with the other disgraceful incidents surrounding Yoshikazu Yanagiri. Oh god, I'm darkening. I'm starting to darken. There's something on that chair. Oh god! No! Let me grab that. Let me grab that, whatever that is. Batteries. Yeah, perfect. I needed batteries. God. Oh, go. Run. Run. That's it. There's nothing left up here. Okay. Run. Run. Get out of here. Lose them. I gotta get to the infirmary. Oh god, I'm running out of stamina. Oh, please don't run into the guy. Please don't run into the guy. Oh god, he's still following me. How? Oh, my breath! My breath! Breath! Ow! Stop! Please! Oh my god, stop! Please! Oh, make it to the infirmary, please. Make it. This is not the infirmary. Oh, Jesus Christ, you stupid cabinet! Again, you got me. Oh god. Okay, wait. He's right there. Can I get into this cabinet really quick and hide? Oh, please get into the cabinet. Get into the cabinet. Get in the cabinet. Get into the. There's nothing in the cabinet. Go into the infirmary, please. Get to the candle before he comes in. Grab it. Okay. Okay, let's save it to a new save. Okay. Read it. Why? Stop following me. What have I ever done to you? Oh no. He got me. Okay, run. Run, get to that closet. Get to the closet. Get to the closet. Get to it. Okay, hide. Please hide. He's getting closer. Did I lose him? Okay, I think I lost him. Okay, don't tell me. Oh god, he's still there! Oh, you son of a... What are you stuck on? He got stuck on something. Fine, just kill me. Take that. Fine. I know. I'm just hoping that reloading the game state, he won't be in the room. Okay, good. He's not in the room with me. You know, maybe if I'm darkened, I get something. I don't want to waste that figure yet. I might run into another one. So while I'm currently getting darkened, I'm gonna just wait and hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Watch out for that. Remember that thing was there. Okay. Okay, let's we saw everything that we needed to. The ghost is gone. Thank God I saved. Right there. Stuff's happening. Oh, it's glowing.
ほら、ミストさんにもらった石が反応してる。
It's probably that big ass rock. The one where I got pinned by Sachi. In that corner. There it is.
うわ、すげえ雨だな。さっき、ここでサチって幽霊に襲われたの。それ愛子さんの体に火がついて。
火だと？おいおい、それマジでやべえんじゃねえか？言いたかねえが、そんな状態で生きてるとは。
やめてよ、そんなこと言うの。
悪い。
Okay, let's check out this body. Yurichiro Hirata. Fell out of the window or running from a black shadow. I feel you, bro. Okay, let's go over here. Whoa. Is that the actual thing? That's the actual thing, I think. Or maybe, I don't know. Let's go check it out. It looks like a fox statue. That's terrifying.
Chozo. 狼だな、これは。
Oh, this
口の中に何かあるわ。
is the actual. Did I actually get the right thing?
おい、何言って。
石みたいなものが指に触ってるの。
バカ野郎、うかつに手突っ込んでんじゃねえ。変な仕掛けとかあったらどうすんだよ。いいから早く手抜け。篠崎、いい加減にしろって。
口の奥の方に入っちゃった。ちょっと待って。
はあ？
I reached in as far as I could go. My whole left arm was now inside the statue. Oh God! Kishinuma was clearly feeling uneasy about this, but he had every right to, especially given what he'd just seen from the statue that I'd completely missed. It got up. Let's keep digging. Okay, so my arm just got chomped off. Okay, we're gonna stop Yumi this time. Stop her.
おい。おいって。
何よ、ちょっと待ってよ。
篠崎、腕を抜け。こいつ動いてるぞ。
え？
バカ野郎。
何？やめてよ。こんなのやだから。
何言ってんだバカ。お前腕食いちぎられるところだったんだぞ。
I looked back at the statue, and sure enough, the wolf's mouth was now firmly closed, its eyes glaring menacingly at me.
ごめん。
まあ無事ならいいけどな。お前が持ってるそれ。
結晶。この柱の結晶だわ。
ああ、そうみたいだな。
We stared at the pillar's crystal for some time, studying it. For us, it represented a rare success in this school where abject failure was the norm.
ね、ほら、私間違ってなかったでしょ。
結果論だろそれ。
だって。
わかった。まあ無事でよかったよ。
Justice obtained. Yeah, but are all the pillars like traps? Because I managed to get the crystal with my arm intact, the danger I'd barely escaped didn't feel quite as real. I could only regard this as a victory, and was reveling in it. Kishinuma was still sour for a bit, but he quickly warmed up to the situation and let out a small laugh. Or maybe the night air had just gotten to him. Okay. Its mouth is open again. Wonder what this key is to. There's something written on it. Pool pump room. Oh god, the pool pump room. Okay. Well, let's check out this rock. There are an astoundingly large number of human tongues lying scattered around the sculpture, and they're still moving. Okay. I really need a save point.
くそ、ずいぶん濡れたな。
見て岸沼くん、タオルがあるわ。
It's a dirty towel.
ほこりまみれなんじゃねえか。
意外と綺麗みたいよ。はい、拭いて。
は
何よ、拭いたら次貸してよ。私も頭拭きたい。
あ、わかった。篠崎を吹けって言われてんのかと思ったじゃねえか。いや、どうかしてんな俺。
Okay. Pretty sure I have to go this way into the next room because there's no pool pump in the other room, in the other building. Oh, perfect. You know, we can save it right there. The only thing I did was I got the bun and the bird and whatnot, so I can just save it there and reload if necessary. There's no escape, just give up. That's great advice. There's still a pair of moldy slippers in one of the shoe cubbies. There's still a pair of moldy slippers. This is where Aiko was when she first got here. Help me has been carved into the cubby wall over and over again. Okay. I saw you, Wire. If I remember correct, there is a hole over here. Nope, it's not a hole anymore. There are sounds of angry. Ugh. Okay, don't want to go into those rooms. I'm assuming I have to go down because over here. Oh God! Ah! Over here is where I went first with Aiko and the other guy. And this is the bathroom. Let's check it out. You know what? Let's check how many wrong ends I've gotten. I've gotten a couple, I think. I've gotten 2 wrong ends. So 4 more wrong ends to go. Okay. Four wrong ends and a normal ending. That's gonna be tough. Tough getting all of them. There's nothing in there. Let's check the stall. Okay, there's nothing in here. I really could use a talisman right now. Do I want to risk this? That's where that spirit came out of. It's not there anymore. I think down is an dead end. It's a good thing those shadows don't come out of the wall meat. Wall meat. Oh! Then there's that staircase. Let's go over here. That stone staircase. Let's go over here first. Check this area out. Let's turn off my light. Oh yeah, this is another dead end. This was another bathroom, I believe. Yep. Whoa. Oh, there's something in there. It's a hang body. What did I say? Someone appears to have vomited in the sink. Oh, there's something here. There it is. name tag rests. Remy Yamachi hanged herself in bathroom after going mad running from vengeful spirits. Where did she find the rope? Whoa. That was close. Went between two hazards there. Okay, so this is just a dead end. I wonder if I have to go to the spiral staircase. Is the water pump that way? Oh wait, this is not it. This is a different area. It's in the other side. Okay, we'll go check that out first. I have plenty of batteries, so I'm good. But something about playing this game at night very unsettling. It adds. It's great. It's great atmosphere for playing horror games, and that it can make you feel all uneasy. Oh, this was the piano room. It's locked. You better not freaking fall, I swear to God. Okay. Yeah, the spiral staircase was over there. Okay, so let's go towards the dead end first. Because over here was where we found the body and got the wrong end for Aiko. So there's not much up here. I probably have to go down the spiral staircase. Okay, now my battery's starting to die, so I'm going to use one. I have a ton of batteries. No, I don't want to use them. I'm not even that hurt. Okay. Okay. So let's save it. Let's see. You can run, but you can't hide. I will chase you till you died. Oh no! I'm supposed to go over here.
お守りが反応してる。
Oh, it's probably in here. There are tentacles completely wrapped around the door. Without some means of cutting them, there's no way in. I need to get something out of the pump room. So I have to go in there. Oh god! I see Ghost! I see a phantom. He's walking that way. We're not going that way. I don't have a talisman. Wait. You know what? I am gonna try. Oh god, here he is. I'm gonna go so I can hide. And hopefully he walks away from this area and I can go check up there. Okay, he's walking away. What's the difference between turning blue and being green? Is green he's in the same area but not gone? Okay, let's get out. Please be gone. Oh god! There he is! He was hiding. Okay. It's okay, I saved it. Let's go in here. Check this room out first. Oh, this is where that one thing was. He can't get me when I go over here, right? Oh god! What? That's bullshit! Mizuho Nakuya. Struck with blunt object from behind. That's foul. Just having a go. Oh god, he followed me through. Oh, I'm dead. He boxed me in. He boxed me in. Take my flashlight. Oh, great. Dead. Okay, so we got rid of the ghosts. So now let's chop down this thing. Their tentacles completely wrapped. Oh, wrong. Where's my axe? The visible ends of each tentacle are sliced off completely, and what's left of them immediately withdraws into the room, freeing the door open. I still have the axe. Whoa.
魔術的なものかしら。気持ち悪いな。
There was an enormous jet black tree sprouting from the middle of the classroom.
なんだありゃ。あんなもん前の天神小にはなかったよな。
ここはもう以前の天神小学校とは概念自体が違うと認識すべきよ。あの時の常識は通用しないわ。
しかしなんつうか柱っていうより木だよな。うわっ、くそ、脅かしやがって。
There's weird creepy eyes things. There's different pictures here. Okay. Can I not read what these pictures say? At the base of the tree, among all the split roots, there was a wooden plate displaying words written in what looked more like red paint than blood. The murmuring of vengeful spirits can be heard all around us, and mixed in with them was a dull tone that resonated through my body like a ringing in my ears.
なんなんだよこれ、この感じは。
Kishinuma must have heard it too. Based on his reaction, all the color had drained from his face. Like a record player needle skipping, the faint, unpleasant tone continued to repeat over and over, echoing within us. I felt like if I'd stayed any longer than I had to, my head would burst. I was hyperventilating.
なあ、俺たちはどこにいるんだ。教室だよな。
少なくともこの世じゃないところよ。
Both of us were trembling, and even Kishinuma's breathing had become erratic. The trepidation that rocked us down to our cores was something that couldn't even ever truly be described. If you haven't felt it, and I pray you haven't, you'd never understand. Part of it, most of it, probably, was due to the fact that we were literally standing in a place that operated on its own logic. Nothing we'd ever learned or experienced applied. I focused my attention back onto the wooden plate by the roots. There was a charm hanging from it, fashioned out of a wood plank bound with thin rope. The rope was looped over its surface into a perfectly patterned mesh, giving it a texture that looked much like a bird's feather or a bee's nest at first glance.
なんだそれ。
インディアンのお守りにも見えるけど、でもあまりポジティブな感じはしない。
My breaths were coming in short, choppy bursts at this point, but I had to keep working toward my goal. I clenched the charm in my hand, biting my lip and preparing for the worst. Whoa! Oh god! Honor obtained. Jinky obtained. I wonder if it was the wrong end to getting a lot of stuff now. If I wonder it was the wrong end to get attacked by one of those ghosts. Like I literally just ran around and I got the item. Like I didn't press anything. That was weird. Okay, let's save it. I kind of want to save it to here. I'm gonna save it to there. Okay, so I have a crowbar, and I have a gym key, and I have a water pump key. Since the aura permeates the area ahead, the closer you get to it, the sicker you feel. Entering would not be advised. Okay, so where do I go now? That's weird, there's nowhere else to go. I've been everywhere I think I could. You better not fall. Maybe I can go into the music room? Nope. There's like nowhere else to go. Where do I go now? Do I go back out? No, no way. Because, wait. Oh, wait. Okay. I think I know. I think I know where. That one locked room that I can never get into, next to where I found Morishige. This way. Hope I'm right. Yep.
お守りが反応してる。
開いたぞ。せーの。
Oh, is this the water pump room? Or is it the gym? Oh, this is the gym.
なんか見たことあるような気がするな、ここ。
そう？前に来た時は体育館には来なかったと思うんだけど。
そうか、そうだよな。で、こりゃなんだ。
The hell is that? That giant snake?
こりゃまるで。
待って。下品なことは言わないでよ。
え？ソフトクリームっぽくね？妹が好きだよ。
That's funny.
へえ、岸沼くんの妹さんってソフトクリーム好きなんだ。
まあ、それこそ冬でも食いたがるぐらいでよ。見てるこっちが寒くなるぜ。
Yeah, that's not ice cream, kid.
あ、見て岸沼くん、上の方。
の？
きっとあそこに結晶があるのよ。私登ってみる。
あ？登るってお前。おい、無茶すんなよ。
なに？こう見えても私小さな頃木登り得意だったんだから。ほら、この柱も硬くて丈夫そうだし。
にしてもだ。たく仕方ね。ほら、肩車してやっから。そうすりゃもう少し登りやすいとこに足がつくだろ
う。肩車？
I wasn't sure I liked this idea, and my expression made those misgivings blatantly clear to Kishinuma.
なんだよ、その心底嫌そうな顔は。俺の肩に足をかけて乗ればいいだろう。
それならいい。
大丈夫か？
うん、あげて。
よし。
Okay, now I'm starting to think that there's 6 wrong ends in this chapter, and there's 6 pillars I'm gonna have to find. So there's probably a wrong end for every pillar, and I missed the one with the tree. So I'm probably gonna have to go back and do that. So it's a good thing I saved different. I think. I hope. Let's see. Let's not fall. Why does it seem like I'm falling? This thing looks like a big snake.
Yoshi. じゃあ降りてこいよ。
Kishinuma looked up at me, but quickly diverted his eyes when he realized he could easily see up my skirt.
しかし、アイクもミストもどこにもいねえな。
I let out a loud shriek, grabbing Kishinuma's attention. Not that it mattered, given our relative positions.
どうした？
Whoa, that's creepy.
人の手、これ人の手だよ。この柱の中に人がたくさん取り込まれているんだわ。
All of a sudden, I was surrounded by body parts with hands and strands of hair comprising the bulk of them. And then from out of the blue, sickeningly cheerful carnival music began blaring over the gym's loudspeakers, volume up so high as to unpleasantly distort the sound. It was almost like an old record playing from the phonograph, coupled with the corpses now littering my path. The music was even more unsettling than it would have been to begin with. I was quickly losing my footing as the formerly solid pillar began to break down into a porous, almost sand-like substance. Okay, we're gonna let it eat me. Sand began pouring into my mouth and nose, immediately preventing me from saying another word, or, more importantly, breathing. The more I tried to resist, the more the pillar pulled me in. The sand was now in my eyes. I felt like it was seeping into my skull from there. The pain was absolutely unbearable. The weight of the material pushing against me quickly began cracking my ribs and collapsing my lungs. There was no escape anymore. I was already gone. Yep. I got absorbed by the groping hand of ice cream. It's hot. I quickly pulled back my arm and looked at the spot where the ghost had touched me. It was turning purplish red. My legs then began to shake, and I fell to my knees, unable to keep my balance. The pain in my arm was unbearable, and the skin was beginning to bubble and produce a noxious odor. Oh, jeez, that's a great description of that name. Splorch. The tainted skin liquefied completely and slid off my body. I was rotting and falling apart at an alarming rate. I could feel shots of agony from every single nerve ending in my body, and my knees were soaked with urine I could hold in no longer. On top of it, all the putrid smell of my own rapidly decomposing body was beginning to numb my brain, preventing me from fighting back in any way. Once the corrosion had reached my throat, my vision began to run, and my head felt like it was about to snap off under its own weight. Then, before losing my ability to see entirely, something peculiar happened. The world began spinning around me, and the floor was growing closer and closer. Oh, her head fell off. Just before losing consciousness, the world stopped spinning, and I could barely make out one final image of my own headless, blackened body falling apart. There we go. So we got the wrong end from that. This time, let's get the hell out of here. Okay. Get out of here quickly. Can't let it suck me in. Come on. Oh no! No! What the hell? What the hell just happened? Kishino grabbed my arm and tried to pull me free from the object, but within its depth there was a little girl with black eyes, and she was staring right at us. Oh god, it's Sachi! The sight was unnerving, but he didn't flinch for long. He continued pulling, desperately trying to free me from becoming part of this pillar's makeup. That was freaking Sachi.
Nanda? Oi, 大丈夫か?
から離れましょう。
No, there was a door in the corner.
頭がおかしくなりそう。
なんだ。
おかしくなる。
あ
校舎に戻りましょう。
あ。
That music was annoying and creepy.
1は決勝は拾えたか。
これさっきの柱の結晶よ。
Kisaragi Academy, Class 2-9, just prior to morning's homeroom. I entered the classroom, school bag in hand, and beelined directly for Naomi. From the look on her face, she'd been waiting for me.
サトシ、おはよう。
おはよう、ナオミ。どうだった篠崎は。
うん。
Naomi shook her head.
委員長の家に行ってきたら、一昨日の夜からいなくなってるって。どうしよう。やっぱり何か起きてるんだ。
Her voice quivered. No doubt memories of our time in Heavenly Hosts were resurfacing for her, just as they had been for me. And my news was no better, unfortunately.
よしきもだ。隣の人にも聞いてみたが、物音がしなかったから昨日は帰ってきてないんじゃないかって。
そんな、やめてよ。やだよ。もう友達いなくなるの。
Naomi had her face completely buried in her hands at this point.
さあ、よしきの話だと篠崎が天神賞絡みで危ない目に遭っているみたいだけど、あそこはもう存在しないはずだし、どこで何をやっているんだよしき、篠崎。
In my worry, I did what I often do when trying to clear my mind and looked out the window, staring into the cloudy sky. And suddenly, there it was again.
なんだあれは。
There was a solid black spherical object covering in the sky.
ナオミ、見えるか。
何あれ。
こっちだ、中島。空なんか眺めて何してる？ショートホームルーム始めるぞ。
Our homeroom teacher, Mr. Yamazaki, entered the classroom with his usual air of authority.
今日庭先生は病欠ということで、3限の英語は自習だぞ。ほら、お前たち、いい加減席に着かないか。どうした？窓の外に何かあるのか？
先生、あの黒いの見えますか？
ん？なんだありゃ。
If even the teacher was startled by this, it must be juicy, or so all the other students seemed to think, as they began to murmur noisily and get up to see for themselves.
何あれ。いやー。全然違うよ。
大地震来るんじゃね？さあ、みんな落ち着け。親に騒ぐんじゃない。
先生、休校。
アホか。休校になったら解放してやる。ほら、席に着け。教師が机の上に立つな。私は街見てるぞ。
Yeah, if I look out and the sun turned black, I'm gone. Shit's happening.
スケベ。マジか。男子。
Naomi and I looked one another in the eye. We were both thinking the same thing.
サトシ、この感じって。
はあ、嫌な予感がするな。この王冠は天神症の気配とそっくりだ。
ほら席につけ。
After classes ended, we took a trip to Polonia Academy High School. We needed something to go on, some kind of clue, anything at all, really. So we just started asking around. Eventually we encountered a girl who was crying profusely about some friends of hers who'd gone missing.
みんないなくなって。ミオさんっていうのね。さえのきなこさんや丹羽愛子さんと仲が良かったの？はい、いつもさやかさんと一緒に可愛がってくれて。
Mio got away safely. The entire time Mio spoke with us, she was trying to rub the tears from her eyes, and each time she attempted it, it made her ponytail twitch.
何が起こってるんですか？みんなどこに行っちゃったんですか？あの黒いの何？
We pledged after our escape not to burden others unnecessarily with information about Heavenly Host, feeling that most people were simply better off not knowing.
ナオさんたちのことを調べてるってことは、きっと怖いことが起こっているのでしょう。私なんかが聞いても何もできないのは分かっています。だからお願いです。みんなを助けてください。
She was actually grabbing my shirt now, and the tears were pouring from her eyes all over again.
きっとみんな苦しんでる。
Aiko Niwa, the girl we met at Makina Shinozaki's apartment. She'd seemed calm and confident, even a little full of herself, but somewhere deep down, I felt that there was a chink in her armor, and I think Naomi felt it too.
正直、俺たちも何が起こっているのかわからないんだ。でも、何か分かったら、きっと知らせに来るよ。
Miu rubbed her eyes again, her ponytail perking up once more, and looked up at us with big, wet saucers. Out of options, we elected to retry the Sachiko and the Ever After ritual. That was our method of ingress into Heavenly Host last time, after all. With proxy doll in hand and my bag of supplies at the ready, the two of us yanked our arms back as hard as we could, splitting the paper in two so that we each held a piece.
ダメだな。やはりいけない。天神症の呪いはやはりケリがついているんだよ。
そうだよね。幸子もいなくなって、あの学校は崩壊したはずだもの。
ああ、水とカロリービスケット山ほど買っちゃったぞ。
I patted my bag, as if demonstrating to Naomi how much was in it. It should have been fairly obvious, though, as the bag itself was practically bursting at the seams. Helicopters flew overhead, no doubt in response to the mysterious black orb that had appeared in our sky. We watched the flurry of activity above us as we glumly left Polonia Academy High School, no closer to any answers than we were before. I keep wanting to say Polonia Mall, but that's just the persona coming out. Moving on. Glancing over to Naomi, I saw the sour expression on her face and tried to imagine why she didn't want to go back home, and it wasn't hard to think of numerous reasons.
ナオミ、今日もクオン先生のところに行くのか？そうか。じゃあさ、俺ん家寄っていかないか？母さんもユカもお前のこと好きみたいだしさ。
Her expression instantly, measurably brightened.
ああ、頼むよ。ユカを喜ばせてやってくれ。
ありがとう。
We shifted direction slightly and began to relatively the relatively short foot trek to my house. It was an ordinary and rather pleasant walk for a while, until Naomi caught sight of her mother turning the corner up ahead. At that time, I didn't realize that's who it was. She was clasping the arm of a young man sporting a shaved head and a construction outfit, with some sort of insignia emblazoned on the back of his uniform.
お母さん。
She was clearly very close to this man, cuddling up to him as they walked, pulling his arm into her bosom, and even sneaking a few kisses before the pair disappeared down an alleyway.
どうしたナオミ？
なんでもない。なんでもないから。
Her voice had gone up a full octave as she said this. Clearly something was indeed bothering her, but I had no way to know what it was in the moment. I could only take her at her word. And her word was, by all appearances, that everything was fine. She'd more or less closed herself off outwardly, pretending not to have seen a thing. As we drew closer to my house, we slowly began to see a strange light illuminating the area around it. And that area was different than what I had looked like this morning. To say the least, there was now a bamboo wall surrounding my home, and most notably, we now had a hot spring.
あれ？
What words are there for situations like this? Flummoxed, maybe?
今朝までこんなものなかったのに。なんだよ持田の湯って。
落ち着いてサトシ。とりあえず中に入ってみようよ。
Immediately upon opening my front door, however, we were greeted by a sign reading, "This way to the natural springs."
はあ？
東京都上空に突然現れた巨大な黒い球体ですが、この後18時から防衛省情報本部より発表があります。
We entered the dressing room only to find Yuka naked.
おかえりお兄ちゃん。ナオミお姉ちゃん。いいお湯だよ。
湯か。
Yuka was holding a toy goldfish, a towel, and a small beach ball in her hand.
お前何やってるんだよ。
That's not the question I should have asked, but I was in too much shock for my words to come out the way I meant them to. And Yuka didn't seem to mind. She just smiled back at me, as joyful as I'd seen her.
来て来て。すごいよ。
Grabbing one of each of our hands, she slid open the glass door in the back and led us into the Mochida Springs proper that we'd just been hearing so much about. The hell?
いやー、なかなかいい湯だね。
That is not that's fan service of a creepy nature, considering that they're underage. There was another girl already soaking in the springs, a young girl around Yuka's age, sporting a stylish hairdo.
これ会ったことなかったっけ？ゆかのクラスのお友達、水原さつきちゃんだよ。よろしくね、兄くん。おっぱいばっか見ないでよね。まあ、厨房の父なんか見ても興奮しないか。あはは。プルプルプル。
Oh my god.
なんだそりゃ。ってこら、プルンプルンさせるな。
It was official. Nothing made any sense anymore.
何が一体どうなってるんだ。
サトシ、しっかり。
Naomi had grabbed hold of my shoulders as if to keep me upright in case I'd suddenly decided to faint, which all things considered was probably a sensible precaution. Oh god, she's here too.
クオン先生。
健康にもいいし、天然の硫黄温泉は霊を遠ざけるのよ。お昼までに作っておいてねって頼んでおいたの。うちの工事事業部優秀でしょう。
何勝手にそんなことしてんの。
I pointed my finger at her in an accusatory manner, as was the style at the time.
あら、サトシおかえり。ナオミちゃんもいらっしゃい。
お邪魔してます。
Suddenly, I found myself shuddering down to my core as my mom appeared before us wearing nothing but a bath towel.
母さん。
Her skin was bright pink and she seemed to be in very high spirits. By the looks of things, she was in the spring herself until just moments before we arrived, when she'd evidently stepped out of the kitchen to get a very large number of beverages.
あのさ、飲み物取りに行くならちゃんと体拭いてから行けよ。びしょびしょじゃないか。
さあみんな飲んで。
ゆかちママ最高。
Yuka and Satsuki were also in very high spirits. What the hell is going on? And was Miss Kwan.
ね、みんなで写メ撮りましょう。持田の湯竣工記念よ。みんな並んで。せーチーズ。チーズ。
And they're all just gladly posing. Naomi and I were forced into frame as well. Like it or not, we were now a party to this madness. Our eyes were basically pin pricks at this point. None of this seemed even remotely real, and neither Naomi nor I had any idea how to react to it. I took the drink my mom handed me, and without even checking what it was, I chugged down a few gulps. I was thirstier than I thought, apparently.
なんだこれ。何味だ。
There was a white, thick liquid inside the milk bottle I was given. It had a faint tint to it when viewed under the right light, but like the flavor, I couldn't quite identify it.
この色、フルーツ牛乳か。
I turned the bottle to read the label. Apparently, it was Niwa flavored. What?
先生、この度はこんなに素敵な温泉を作っていただきありがとうございます。もういつでも入りに来てくださいね。あ、これうちの鍵です。あら、ありがとうございます、お母様。
母さん。
でも本当にいいんですか？もちろん、持田の湯を作ってくださったのは先生なんですから、年間フリーパスですわ。
母さん。
Meanwhile, back at Heavenly Host, that night, I found myself tossing and turning in my futon. I just couldn't get to sleep for the life of me, so I tossed the covers aside and got up.
風呂入ろう。
This had been the craziest day I could recall, in this world anyway. After all the commotion had died down and our many guests had departed, Dad had come home and predictably was in the springs right away with the carafe of his favorite sake. I had a hard time justifying Miss Kwan's arbitrary actions, not to mention my family's utter willingness to accept them. But in the end, I had to admit the hot springs was pretty nice. The rest of my family was all still asleep, so the house was dead silent. I took off my clothes in the dressing room and slid open the glass door, and there, sitting on the edge of the spring, completely uncovered, was Miss Kwan. My face instantly turned bright red. She was a fairly attractive woman after all, so being alone with her like this was kind of exciting. She looks like she looks like a really pale, no wait, she looks like a really thin corpse body that hasn't eaten. And the water looks all magical. Though looking at her now, entirely exposed as she was, revealed to me that this shapely woman wasn't quite as shapely as I'd assume. Her body was abnormally, worryingly thin. She was the definition of gaunt, looking every bit the part of an infirmed elderly woman from the neck down. Yeah, that's what I thought. She looks like a really thin, about to die person. And I could have sworn I caught a slight glint from the corners of her eyes. She didn't seem to notice me, so I was half tempted to slide the door closed and pretend none of this had ever happened. But no, I had to come clean.
先生、
あら、サトシくん。
Despite the fact that I was a much younger man, and her student no less, she made absolutely no effort to hide her nakedness. Because she wants Satoshi. In fact, she actually seemed a little excited to be seen this way.
こんな時間になんでうちの風呂に入ってるんです？
ごめんね、起こしちゃったかな。
いえ、そんなことはじゃなくて。ナオミはどうしてるんですか？
うちでぐっすり眠ってたわ。今日もお家に連絡を入れたら、中島さんのお母さん少し落ち着かれていたみたい。
よかった。
I was legitimately relieved. But I was also having trouble concentrating on the conversation. It took every ounce of focus I had to avert my eyes from the things I knew I shouldn't be staring at.
先生、隠してよ。
あ、そっか。ごめんね。
Yeah, right, you wanted him to see. She immediately got up from her spot and dunked herself in the water up to her neck. Due to its mineral content, this was a very effective means of at least partially obscuring her body.
ねえ、サトシくんこそそんな格好で寒くない？早くお湯に浸かりなよ。
うわっ！
I panicked at the realization that I too was completely naked right now. I covered myself with my hands and could feel the blood rushing to my face, turning me what I was quite certain must have been an incredibly shade of red. Recovering as best I could from that embarrassment, I stepped into the water, choosing my spot carefully, so as to put some distance between myself and Miss Kuan.
先生、今泣いてた？なんかそんな気がしてさ。気のせいならいいんだけど。
あのね、時間が止まったらいいのになって思って。
ねえ先生、どうしてこんなことを？ SP の警護とか温泉とか、なんか俺の常識を超えててさ、気になりだしたら全然眠れなくなって。
知りたいのは理由かな？それとも私の素性？
Both would be nice, I thought.
理由はね、守りたいから。それで
守るって何から？
そういえば私の素性ってクラスのみんなには話していなかったっけ？
まあ。
私ね、以前はとある企業の会社役員だったんだけど、会長になった後、どうしても諦めきれなかった昔からの夢だった教師になったの。
企業の会長だからこんなに資金力があるのか。あの飲み物もそれじゃあ先生の会社の庭味って？
ええ、うちの商品よ。ゆかちゃんみたいに牛乳かヨーグルトかフルーツ牛乳かコーヒー牛乳か迷っちゃう子が全部の味を楽しめるようにって作ったの。
はあ、なるほど。
ね、これで悩みも解決でしょ？
先生の考え方って理にかなってて正しいのかもしれないけど、発想が前のめりすぎだよな。
I scratched my head.
どうしたの？
いや、カレーのことを思い出してました。
カレー？
She seemed genuinely confused. I guess to her, the idea of feeding me pre-chewed curry was just another stroke of brilliance, maybe. Not at all something that might keep a poor high school boy like myself up at night.
それにしてもクオン先生って一体いくつなんだ？
I really wanted to know, but I couldn't bring myself to ask something so rude of a lady, even if I'm sure she wouldn't have minded. The more I thought about it, though, the more intrigued I was by this enigma. I began shiftily turning my gaze toward her in short intervals, examining her body for clues. Her face had the texture and hue of a woman in her early 20s, but her body was another story. All of her skin was as smooth and beautifully toned as that of her face, but there was so little behind it, ribs fully exposed in every detail. Even down towards her abdomen, I could make out round indentations where her internal organs were practically jutting out. There was no muscle, no fat, just skin and bones, literally. Her proportions just didn't match up with one another. She was like a construct built out of spare parts. I felt almost as if this person soaking before me weren't even entirely human. Miss Kuan suddenly let out a mischievous giggle. Crap, did she catch me staring?
何ですか？
私ね、君たちの副担任になった初日のこと忘れられないの。
My memory there was obviously a lot different from hers. Kuan Neo wasn't even a part of it. The TA who showed up that day, in my mind, was and always would be Yui Shishido. I could still vividly remember her tripping on the step up to the teacher's desk and tearing her skirt. She had to hold the rear of it together with the safety pin for the entire day. And even though we were now living in a different reality, a world without Miss Yui, Shinohara, Suzumoto, and Morishige, we had no memories of the alternate events from this existence. Whoa.
はい。
My mind went completely blank. My eyes were swimming in my head, and I couldn't even see straight from the hate of the water. I had to have misunderstood her.
何がですか？
Miss Kuan smiled widely, and her cheeks turned a rosy red hue. But only for a split second, then she was back to looking wistful again. Pangs of undue guilt and dread began to well up inside of me. I knew what the next word out of her mouth was going to be. Miss Kuan was almost like a mask of innocence as she spoke that single word. Her eyes locked onto mine and froze them solid. I couldn't look away.
やだな、冗談はやめてくださいよ。風呂上がったらちゃんと自分の家に帰ってくださいね。あと近いです。
I was dumbfounded. I immediately and very quickly got out of the bath and headed for the dressing room. This was all just too weird. I looked back at Miss Kuan and, unsurprisingly, she seemed almost deflated. She was looking down at the water in a state of utter dejection. I turned to face her, still feeling a strange mix of guilt and awkwardness, but allowing the guilt to dominate for a moment.
先生。
冗談じゃないのに。
After saying this, she closed her eyes and turned bright red, and I was pretty sure it wasn't from the heat. Despite her physique, she seemed like a schoolgirl in that moment. I began to waver in my convictions. I felt like I had to justify not returning her sentiment.
だって俺、先生のこと何も知らないし。
She twitched a little at this. Had I gone too far? Was I supposed to know more about her in this reality than I actually did? After the longest few seconds in recent memory, her head drooped, and a look of absolute sadness washed over her face. I'd never seen her like this before.
しまった。
I didn't mean to hurt her. She had to have known that. But what she didn't know, and what I couldn't really explain, was that I'd only been a part of this reality for a very, very short time now. So I genuinely didn't know anything about her. I tried to think of a way to convey this to her, but my mind kept drawing blanks. It was all just too absurd. too fantastical, too implausible.
先生、
ううんいいの。びっくりさせてごめんね。
She slowly turned her back to me. Part of me was relieved by her acceptance, I guess, but another part of me was still absolutely riddled with guilt. There was a moment of silence, and then Miss Kwon's white, waterproof wristwatch broke it with a sudden loud beep. All the sadness in her expression gave way to surprise as the numbers on the watch's display, which I realized now hadn't changed this whole time, began counting down. I felt almost as if I'd been saved by the bell, so to speak, and forced a small laugh, hoping that this interpretation might help move the topic away from me.
先生、その時計何？なんか測ってるの？
She smiled.
研究よ。カウントは止まっていたんだけれど、また動き出したわ。
カウント？研究って、ああ、会社の？
そう。
There was something about this smile of hers that was strangely haunting. It would come to leave a lasting impression on me.
さて、それじゃあ私帰るね。今日はサボっちゃったけど、明日は学校行くから、また明日ね。
先生。なんか、先生のおかげで、ナオミもユカも、すごく元気になってます。
よかった。
多分、俺も、ヨシキも篠崎も。ありがとうございます。
Thank you for healing my friend's wounds in this strange new world, is what I was trying to convey, and somewhere deep down I think the sentiment got through.
嬉しい。そう言ってもらえて。私こそありがとう、サトシくん。
With that, she slowly and meticulously waded her way to the edge of the spring.
うっしゃ。
At which point she stepped out of the water directly in front of me.
だから隠してくださいってば。
やだ、ごめん。